What's been your impression of Medford?
Caleb's hungry. You know what I mean? He's learning. It's his third offense for him. So actually fourth, because I think there were two different coordinators at his last stop. So he's been learning on how we do things, and then, the technique things are a little different for him too, So this is just an adjustment of, my coaching style to what he's been coached to do, and then going out there and playing with, maximum effort, every single play. But he's been doing a good job of coming out and competing day in and day out.
The continuity that you and Jayce have together now, being together for a third year, how does that manifest itself? What are the perks of that kind of relationship?
Well, he understands who I am day in and day out, which is awesome. And, when we talk about things that have happened in game, he can recall it and communicate it to the group. And then, there's a plan for him every year. So he knows the next steps for him to elevate his game, whether it be on the field or being a good teammate or being a good community member. So it's good to have that and to remind him of how he started, right? How hungry he was, and to maintain that hunger, but to be humble about it, and go out there and compete every day with good practice habits and then good production habits too.
What do you think the points of emphasis needs to be for him this year to kind of take that next
Well,
step?
he needs to elevate his game, he has to continue to catch the ball down the field, but not only down the field, when it's thrown underneath, being able to put a foot in the ground and get vertical and get those hidden yardage, contested catches as well. And I think identifying coverage as any receiver needs to see, because the picture changes from your normal down and distance to situational downs. So him just being a really savvy, confident football player when it comes to recognizing coverages.
With Jerand Bradley, JB, does it kind of seem like he has that hunger to maybe get back to the top form?
Jerand Bradley, and he has, man. He's been competing. I mean, like I said, every one of these guys have been competing, and you're not going to be on a K-State Wildcat team with Coach Kleiman and not be a competitor, you know what I mean? So we got to make sure we do a great job in doing that, and those guys have. They respond to the coaching, they respond to the film.
Seems like there's a lot. I'm sorry, I'm late here.
You're okay.
Seems like there's a lot of guys, a lot of potential pass catchers here. Is this maybe the most competitive group that you've had since you've been around?
It's unfair to say that, because we had some pretty competitive guys. That first year in here with Phillip Brooks and Seth Porter. You know what I mean? Like, those guys were competitive, and each guys have come in here and competed. So I would just say these guys are just hungry for development.
Okay.
I think some have come from other places and had some different experiences and truly want to be coached, So to those guys, and then the young guys coming in here, they're here. This is everything that they've dreamed of. So it's like, I'm going to go out there and take advantage of those opportunities. And so the response is really good, because I think some guys have had experiences other places, and the young guys just being hungry to go out there to compete.